The last time I replicated this design and posted it on my WhatsApp status and on my Instagram page, a lot of people came into my inbox asking me how they can also do the exact thing. So I think this is the perfect time for us to learn how to do this, how to replicate designs perfectly. Alright, so if you are in for this, just stay tuned and watch this video to the end and grab all the concepts for yourself. This is Gosu here from Serene Arts, and let's jump into this. So first thing that I'm going to do, I'll probably import the kind of color that we'll be using. I've created a palette for it, so I'll just quickly bring it in. Okay, so this will be our color scheme or color palette that we'll be using throughout the design. Okay, so let's just put it there, probably lock it. Alright, I'll leave it in the description so that you can also download it just in case you need it. Now the design that we are going to replicate, let me bring that one to inside for you to see how we are going to do it. Okay, so this is the design that we are going to work on. This is the design. Okay, this is the design. So we are going to repeat all the information on this design as it is. Okay, so we have Serene Arts smartphone graphic designing firm being underlined and a little bit info right there. Okay, that information over there, you can literally put anything at all you want to put over there. So let's quickly go ahead and start our work. Now the first thing that we have to do is first of all design the main flyer before we put it on the background. Okay, the background is the ash one. Okay, so we'll design the main flyer first before putting it on the background, which is the ash one. All right, I hope we are cool with that. Okay, so quickly let's do this. So I'm going to hide this layer, I mean the first one, which is the flyer. I'm going to hide it before we proceed, and I'll be opening it up intermittently so that you get to see our progress. Okay, so let's do that. Now I'm going to change the background color to white, preferably, and after that I'll import a shape, go to shapes, then change the color of the shape to this. All right, then I'll just bring it here like this and tap on a check mark. Then we are good to go. The next thing to do is to bring in another shape again. So I'll tap on the plus icon, go to shapes and select different color, this one. Increase the size of the shape and put it here like this. Tap on a check mark and you are good to go. So quickly let's lock these two shapes so that we don't get distracted. All right, so this is what we are having currently. Now we also need to bring in another shape, but this time around we have to play around it a bit. So let's do that quickly. Reduce the size a bit, put it somewhere here like this, then play with the radius to curve the shape. Okay, we want the shape to be curved, so we have to play with the radius a bit. Okay, this is pretty much okay for us. So we have it like this. Now having done it like this, what you have to do is probably send it to the back of your work. Okay, not all your work. So let me just go to the layer panel and bring it beneath the orange at the top, so that I'll have it like this. Now what I need to do is to make a duplicate of that. So I'll tap on copy, and once I copied it, I'll go to color and change the color to that of the orange like this, and I'll bring it back here, go to edit and reduce the size of it a bit, and make sure that I put it here like this to fit perfectly onto what I want to do. So I'm using the position tool to position it nicely onto the working area. So I think this is perfect. Okay, so quickly let's have a look at our main design that we are replicating. So what we are doing right now is to prepare the background. Okay, so you can see the background, the white line and the orange lines over there. That's what we are doing currently, and there's a shadow around the orange bar. So I'm going to bring in that kind of shadow right now so that you see it. So I'm locking it back, and let's do this. Look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to hide this layer. Okay, hide it like this, and go to stickers. You just tap on stickers once. Just do it like this. Okay, tap any place in the working space, tap on your sticker back again, then go to color, change the color to black. Pretty much easy, right? Then reduce the size of it, and bring it here. Like this. If this is okay, you just have to make a duplicate of it. So tap on copy and send it to the other side like this. Okay, so it's supposed to be beneath our layer at the top there, so we are sending it back here like this. Okay, if this is okay for you, you can go ahead and enable the orange background like this, and you have it like this. Okay, now there's a dotted line at the top, so let's do that quickly. We are going to tap on edit, delete all this here, then tap on full stop for a very long time, just like I'm doing right now. Tap on it and we're good to go. That's what we are going to use at the top there, so you can tap on it as many as you want. I think let's go with this. Okay, then we reduce the size of it. So let's go to size, reduce it, okay, I'm increasing the size a little bit. Now what I want to do is I want to add extra dots, so I'll probably do some copy and paste. Probably I'll select all, then copy and paste. So I'm having this right now, and I think it's a bit too much for me, so I'll delete this side. Okay, this is okay, and we are going to use this tool, the line spacing tool, to reduce the distance between them, and we go back to the size tool to make sure that we got it right. So I got 3 more dots to delete for me to get a perfect one. So 1, 2, 3, that's right. Awesome. You can see it at the top here. It is kind of perfect. All right, now what are the next thing, or what are the next step that we need to take? So quickly, let's go to the flyer and have a look at that. So we can now bring in our logo and bring in our text. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So if you have any logo, you can use it. So I'm going to import the Serene Art logo right away. So I got a logo here. I'll just reduce the size of it and we're good to go. So I'm placing it at the top right corner here. So the next thing for me to do is to bring in the text, which I'm going to do right away. So I have Serene Art smartphone graphic designing firm. Let's just have a look at this design really quick before we proceed. So Serene Art smartphone graphic designing firm. So probably the Serene Art going to be separate and smartphone graphic designing firm will be of the same font. Okay, so let me do that quickly. I'll copy this so that maybe I'll not type it again. I'll just cut it for that matter, not copy, and tap on that. Make this one capitalize and change the color to white. Awesome. Then I'll probably go and change the font to any kind of bold font that I'm having over there. So I'll use 𝑴𝑖𝑉𝑇𝒂𝒃 for this and push it to the top, just like this one. Okay. So now we go in with smartphone graphic designing firm, make it capitalized as well, then bring it in. First of all, we are going to select color. We are going to select white for it, but later on I'm going to change it. Okay, I'll make it different. So let's just make sure that we get it right first. I'll go to style and change it to bold. This is the work that we are replicating. Okay, so the smartphone graphic will be in orange. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm going to do right now. Tap on color. When you tap on color, come to this panel, okay, and select only the smartphone graphic, then go and change the color to orange, and you'll see that the color of smartphone graphic has changed, but that of designing firm remain the same. Now after that, we have to underline this designing with orange shape. So we go to shape and reduce the size of this one. Just like this, and change the color to orange because that's what we want. This is kind of perfect, but let's do some adjustments over here and see which one will work best. I think 21 for the width is not bad, and push it up. Awesome, that's perfect. That's perfect. So now let's check what's the next information on the flyer that we need to input. Yeah, smartphone graphic designing. Okay, the next one is just any text at all that you have that you want to put there yourself. So probably I'll just grab any text over here quickly. So maybe, yeah, the first one, and you change the color to white. So if you have any text that you want to put over there, you can quickly use that text. Okay, I think I'll use 16. The size of the text, I'll use 16. And when it comes to the alignment, I think I'll have to go and use the align left like this. Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. So this is what I'll do, and maybe probably reduce the size a little bit again. I think 15 is okay. Yeah, 15 is okay for this side. So I'll bring it down a bit. You see, replicating a design is all about you watching a design, doing exactly what is there. Okay, you just have to be a little bit creative about it, and you are good to go. Okay, so what do we have to do next? Okay, so probably I just wrote something like be creative with your phone. Okay, so start now, then YouTube icon over there, then with the Serene Arts YouTube channel link. Okay, so if you have any link or anything out there, you can just put it there. Okay, it's pretty much easy to do. To hide this again and proceed with everything. So I would like to use the font that I use for the Serene Art. So I'll make a duplicate, tap on edit, go to this and say be creative with your phone. That's right. So I'll reduce the size of it and bring it down. I think I'll use 16. I'll go to style and make it italicized. Okay, italic. You see, I'm trying to maintain some kind of alignment over here from the starting point, that's the logo, down to the text. Okay, I'm just trying to make some kind of alignment. Now I will just go ahead and make a duplicate of this, go to edit, then I'll type like start now. And I'll move it down and add a background to it. The background color is going to be that of orange. Okay, it's going to be that of orange. So let's go back to the style and make sure we cancel everything. So once we cancel everything like that, the text becomes normal. So we can go ahead and add the background to it. Now the background color, probably you're going to use the orange and increase the left padding a bit and also increase the right padding. Okay, the right one needs to be increased a little bit because we are going to put YouTube icon over there. So after doing that, move down and work on the radius of the shape, okay, to be curved. All right, make sure you curve it like this. Okay, I think this is okay. So you just have to position the shape and the text for that matter very well to fit our kind of alignment that we are using. So you go to text again, and probably you're having my icon font already, so you tap Y. Stands for YouTube, so you tap OK, go to the fonts, select the icon font. Okay, so go to fonts, then search for icons. So this one pops up, you tap on it, you change the color. You can change it to white or any other color that you want. So personally I'll use white because I'm using just for, let's say, 4 colors for design. Okay, 3 on the main one and 1 will be the background. So maximum you use 3 colors for your designings. Okay, so let me move this one down quickly and fast. So let's reduce the size of it. See, I'm just moving it to place on this border. Okay, so I'll lock the border itself before I work on this so that I don't get distracted. Okay, so right after that, the next thing that you have to do is to probably enter another text, which will be, let's say, the link that you are having. So I'll use my own as like www.youtube.com/Serene Arts. And I'm going to change the color to white and reduce the size to, let's say, 14, 15, 16 thereabout, just to make it way smaller. Okay, so let me bring it down here first before I change the size. 11 is too small, so let's try 14 and see. Okay, 15 too is not bad. 15 is pretty much okay. So this is what we are having currently. Now what else do we need? Let's go back and check our main design. Okay, the design that we are replicating, what else do we need? So I'm bringing it on top so that we get to see exactly what is there. Now after that, you can put your contacts over there just like I did, but I'm not sure I'll put my contact there right now. I'll just make a design to represent exactly what is there. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So what you first have to do is to bring in a shape, work on the radius of the shape, reduce the size of the shape, let's say like this. The radius is what is very much important here. Okay, so let's change the color quickly to that of the orange and tap on check mark, then push it inside a bit. Now we can make a duplicate of it, go back to edit and reduce the size. Just to make sure that we are getting something well fitting. So you can tap on a check mark like this. Tap anywhere to see if you are getting something well fitting. If it's not well fitting, you can come back and change the position. Okay, I think this is pretty much cool. And you can go ahead and input the text that you want to put inside over there. So you can be like, contact us, then you put your number there, 0558 37 89, then that's my number. The last two digits are not known, so I'll make it bold, make it white. I'll reduce the size of it and bring it here. So from here you can go back to style and make it bold. That's pretty much cool. Okay, so the next thing to do is to probably import some two shapes and make duplicates of them. So the shape this time around is going to be a circle, then reduce the opacity of it, go to stroke, enable stroke. Okay, change the color to orange, reduce the size way small, then you move it around. To some points on the flyer. Okay, so you make a duplicate of it, send it down, then bring it up a bit, make a duplicate of it, go to edit and increase the size of it a bit. I think this is okay. So you push it to the top. So you push it to the top like this. Make a duplicate and bring it down. Okay, now you want to put in the social media handles over here, the ones at the bottom. Let me show you from the main design quickly. So the three social media icons over here, that's Instagram, Facebook and let's say just a call icon. Okay, just a call icon. Let's put that one over there quickly. So what we need to do is, first of all, bring in a shape, a white shape, make a border around it, that's a stroke in a black. Okay, so I'm locking that right now, going back to shape. Okay, shape, bring in a circle, a white one for that matter, reduce the size, give it a stroke, let's say 2, yeah, or 3. Then we bring it down here, use the position tool to adjust it well. Okay, I think I need to increase the size of the stroke a little bit. Okay, I think 5 is okay. So with the 5 put over there, I just have to make a duplicate of it and get the remaining 2, because there are 3 over there. So I'll make a copy, bring it down like this, use a position tool to get it to the exact place it's supposed to be. Then I'll make another duplicate like that again, and we are good to go. Okay, so what we have to do now is to bring in the social media handles. So I'll make a copy of this YouTube icon and go to Instagram. Instagram is C. Change the color to, let's say, black. Yeah. Then you bring it down. One, you make a duplicate, go to edit, change the icon to, let's say, T. T stands for Twitter, so let's go for Twitter. Then we bring it down here like this, using the move tool or the position tool. Okay, then after that we can make a copy again, go to edit and input, let's say, any other icon you want to put over there. Let's say Facebook, so F. And you also just have to bring it down like that quickly. Now, having done with this one like this, the next thing we have to do is to put in the image of the people that is showing over here. Let me show you that quickly. The image showing over here, that's what we need to bring in next. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So at this point where you need to place in the image, you first of all have to select the shape, make a duplicate of it. You can change the color to, let's say, white. So let's go back to edit and use the original color, which is white. And from here we have to disable the color that we've enabled already, because if it is there and we added the picture as a texture, it will not show. Okay, so right after doing that, just come back and position your shape over there. So we are going back to edit to reduce the size of the shape a bit. Okay, like this. Let's see how well it will fit. Okay, I think this is pretty much cool. So we are going to tap on the check mark, and right after that we need to cut the shape And how are we going to do that? So let's use the grid tool again. Put this one here like this at the end, then enable the magnetic icon there. Go back to mask. All right, use the masking tool to cut off the shape. So watch me as I do this. Awesome. So we've cut the shape successfully like this. All right, so once we cut the shape, let's go ahead to tap on texture and select the image that we want to use. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the image quickly. Okay, so this is it. I'll rotate it like this, tap on check mark, then voila. We have it here like this. Okay, so you can go ahead and save your work from here. Okay, you can go ahead and save your work before you proceed with the background that you want to put. So just use high quality, which is the ultra, save to gallery, and we're good to go. So from here you can just come back and clear off everything, then delete this text, change the color of the background to something like this, and after that you import the image back, the one that you just saved. You import it back into your working area, and you can then add shadow to it. If you want to position it at the middle, just use the relative position tool as we always do. So come to shadow, enable the shadow. Probably you can increase the blur radius or just decrease it, and also play with the offset, the X and the Y axis a little bit, just to your satisfaction. All right, when you're okay with this, you can just save it, and you can go ahead and even add your name at the bottom if you want to. All right, so let's say I want to add Serene Arts. I'll just type in quickly Serene Arts at the bottom. Okay, let me reduce the size of it and go to style, make it bold and italic. I'll just push it to the middle like this, and maybe bring it down a little bit. Okay, so pretty much that is it, and thank you so much for watching this tutorial. This is Goso here. I hope to see you in the next one. Bless up.